Warren Buffett once said, "My wealth comes from the combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." Albert Einstein also said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonders of the world." Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. In today's video, I'm going to talk about examples of compound interest. We're going to go through the experimentation of the impact of compound interest and fewer ways how we can leverage from compound interest to get us rich. But before we get to that, let's define interest. What is interest? Interest is the price you pay to borrow money or the return earned on an investment. For borrowers, interest is most often reflected as an annual percentage of the amount of a loan. The percentage is known as interest rate on a loan. In other words, it's the interest you earn from lending your money to someone else. Or if you've got a savings account, is the interest you've gained from putting your money in a savings account. Suppose you have £1,000 investment on a 10% per annum interest rate. So that 1,000 at 10% interest rate would have generated you £1,100 a year. If you subtract that, it would have given you £100 return on your investment. The return you would have made on the money you've lent to that investor or to that individual. Now let's use the formula. The formula is AP1 plus RNNT. So this would be your formula for the compound interest. So what does these letters and numbers mean? A stands for the final amount. P means initial investment. In essence, the money you would have lent to the borrower. R is the interest rate. This is the interest you would have asked the person to pay you for lending them the money. N, number of time interest applied. T, number of time elapsed. In essence, is divided, if it's a 12-month, you divide 12 by 12, that gives you the number of years. So let's now plug the figures in the formula. So we have the initial amount you've put down times 1 plus the interest rate divide by the period, which was 12 months, close bracket, the number of years. That then would have given us 1,100. So you would have made £100 from the £1,000 you would have borrowed to a potential investor, or you would have given to someone on a return on your investment. You would have earned £100 over the 12 months. And if the 10% interest rate doesn't change, this is where the power of compounding comes to effect. In essence, that £100 would have generated you £10 per year. I know this amount is small, but imagine living that £100 every year for multiple of years. It would accumulate and becomes a bigger snowball effect. Let me ask you a question. Suppose you've got to choose from two options. Someone turned around and said to you, they will give you £10,000 per day in the next 31 days. Versus someone said they'll give you £1 that doubles every day for 31 days. which option would you choose? I know we're talking about compound interest here. You may have already know the answer. It might be irrelevant to you already because I've already talked to you about the benefit of compound interest. But what would you have choose? Would you have gone for the £10,000 every single day for 31 days? Or you would have gone for the £1 that doubles every single day for the next 31 days? I would be interested to know what your option would be. So comment on the chat below to see what your answer is before you continue watching the video. So pause this video, comment on the section below. Let's see what your answer would have been. For the £1 that doubles every day, obviously in day 1 you've only had £1. In day 2 it doubles to £2. In day 3 it doubles to £4. In day 4 it doubles to £8. So at this point, the person on the £10,000 a day is still making lots of money more than you do. And in day 15 you are only on £163.84. So still he's making serious money than you, even the one set of payments he had received. At day 20 you are on £5,242.88. He's still making more money than you do. Let's look at now what happened in the next 5 days. In day 25, he's on £167,772.16. Still, he's making more money than you. Okay, let's look at a day later, day 26. He's making £335,544.32. In day 31, he's on, you ready for this? £10,737,418. Don't even worry about the pennies. So when, for the 10,000, for 31 days, he would have made only £310,000. This is what we call the power of compounding. It's all about looking where your money doubles or where you can get a return, keeping that money in, allow it to go in cycles without pulling any of your money out. So you can see now, if you would have gone for the £10,000, you would have only made £310,000. Whereas the person who would have gone for the option of doubling their pennies every single day for the next 31 days would have made £10,737,418 within the 31 days. So this is what you call the power of compounding. Let's now look at the 3 ways you can maximize your income and get filthy rich. The first way is looking for higher interest rate. In essence, it's looking for someone who can pay you more interest for the investment you are making. Let's take an example. Suppose you've got £10,000 at 10% interest rate. You would have made a return of £1,000. If you've increased that, you got a better return at 15%. You would have made £1,500. In essence, the higher the interest rate, the better the return on your investment. As you can see, with just going by 5% interest, you would have generated £500 extra. The second way to get rich using compound interest is adding money. Adding money in your investment. Suppose your initial investment is £50,000 and you're adding £500 per month at 10% interest rate. That 56k you would have put in throughout the year would have worth £167,113.56. So your 56,000 initial investment, the 50,000 which you would have paid initially, and the £500 you would have added every single month, total to 56,000, would have generated you 167,113.56 pence. I hope you're starting to see how compound interest will make you filthy rich. Number 3 is patience. Patience. Suppose you've got £100,000 and you never touched it at 10% interest rate in the next 10 years. That means you put that £100,000, you never touched it, and you're making consistently 10% a year return on your investment for 10 years. If you've never touched it, it would have grown to £259,374. So your money would have way more than double, as your 100,000 would have equated to £259,374. You had the £100,000 again, and you contributed £12,000 a year for the next 12 years. So for the next 12 years, you got 100K, you're contributing £12,000 a year. In the next 12 years, that money you would have invested would have generated you £558,454.24. Now you can see the power of compound effect. If you invest, you don't do anything with it, you get that return on your investment every single month or every single year. You'd be looking at 100K investment, you're looking at 259,374, and you've got £100,000 and you're adding in every month £1,000. For 12 years, that same £100,000 plus the £12,000 you'd have invested would have generated the £558,454.24. This is what you call the magic of compound interest. In order to get better return on compound interest, it's important for you to factor the following. It's important for you to look at inflation, where the inflation is in parallel to your investment. If the inflation is at 5% and your investment return on investment is about 10%, then you're making that 5% margin. So it's very important for you to understand the basis of where your interest rate is, because the inflation tends to eat into your interest. So it's important for you to work that figure out before you make an offer or look for a higher return on your investment. And the second thing you need to be thinking about is patience. Patience is what gets you to become super wealthy and rich and get wealth that would outlive you. It's not about get rich quick scheme. It's not about a sprint. It's a marathon. Investment is a marathon. If you've got the vision and you've got the mission, you've got the reason for why you're investing, knowing that patience is what's going to get you to where you want to go, that's when you realize the benefit of compound effect. Some of you've got disposable income that you could actually put into a little investment. It could be S&P 500. It could be the FTSE 100. Look at the return of what that investment is going to give you. Put that money in there, forget about it. If anything, if you want to make it look bigger and bigger and grow, add tiny bit of money in a monthly basis. By the time you think about it, it becomes a gigantic snowball that would outlive you or that you could use for your retirement. This is the way you could invest for your retirement instead of relying on the government pension or your employer's pension. The third thing you want to be looking at, look for bigger returns. Look for where your money would work a little bit harder than the average people. You know, it's not about going investing. It's about looking where you can get better return with a minimal risk whilst maintaining your lifestyle. And most importantly, don't leave your money in the bank. You don't want to leave your money in the bank. Here's why. Because if you do, they will be using this strategy on you. So what they would do, they will pay you a tiny bit of interest, because currently the going interest rate is about 5% for savings. So instead of leaving your money for 5% annually, you could be looking for investment opportunities. It could be property investors, it could be businesses, it could be someone that is about to invent a product or services that will transform the world, you put your money in these sort of things. It will give you better and steady return on your investment rather than leaving it in the bank. And always, when you're investing, try to look for ways you can beat the inflation. No matter what investment you're making, if you're not beating inflation, you are losing money. So look at the strategies, look where the interest rate is, look where the inflation is, and look where the government or the Bank of England is forecasting where the inflation rate would be, and make your decisions on those bases to ensure your money work a lot harder for you instead of being a pain on your neck. I really hope this video has taught you compound interest, and if you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next one. Thank you.